Hey y'all. Alright, jumping right in. We're cutting our own hair. And I highly recommend that you cut your own hair. Because you'll pay more attention than asking somebody in your little quarantine community to do the job for you. So you'll need one of these razors. Hopefully they're all standard, so they come with these guides. The one I'm using right now is the longest guide. So this is number 8. But it's only 1 inch long. So the first mistake that you can do is just start dragging this thing up and over your head. When I got my first razor, I was like, oh, I'll cut my own hair. And I drug that baby up over my head, and you start to laugh and then cry. You get the laughing tears. So don't do that. That's kind of the first mistake that you can make. Alright, so now I put on the number 6. So this is 3/4 of an inch. So these guides are all standards. They're all 1/8 inch increments. So the number 8 is 8/8 of an inch. That's 1 inch. This is 6/8 of an inch. A little bit of math. You got 3/4 of an inch. So once I finish up with that, I'm going to switch out and put the number 4 guide on. Right here. Let's kind of do the old, the old terrace thing. 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch. And honestly, if this is all I did, I'd be ready for work. Look at that. But we're going to do the full haircut. So after this, I'm going to switch out for... So these are the ear tapers. So this is the left ear. I know it's in a mirror, but that is my left ear. And these ear tapers are meant to go from the back of your head to the front. And you'll kind of see that I can use that ear taper a little bit more than it was intended. And I kind of got rid of the micro mullet there. And, oh shoot, I can use it for my right ear. Just make sure you go the right direction or you will put a huge line across the side of your head. Don't do that. So I switch out with the right ear taper. And again, if you didn't catch that, these ear tapers are meant to go from the back of your ear to the front because that's kind of going against the grain. They cut better. But I even used kind of drag it up to the top of my forehead, kind of different locations. So that's a very valuable tool. But at this point, so we kind of took off quite a bit. We'll actually have to taper in the sides again. But that's kind of why we start long. And on that razor, it's kind of got a little... Okay, so going for the 1/8 of an inch. This is your kind of smallest, doing your sideburns. But like I was saying, you have a lever on the side of your guide so you can actually increase the guide about 1/8 of an inch longer, or you can bring it back, shorter. So here's the other tip is to every time that you put a guide on, make sure that lever is in the longest position. And that just makes common sense. It takes a little bit extra thought, but definitely do it. It'll help you out later because you can always, can't grow your hair instantly, but you can cut your hair instantly. Okay, going back with the number 6, kind of cleaning up the sides. And again, it doesn't matter. The trick is don't do too much. And here's where I do too much. So I should be dragging the number 2 across the back of my neck, but I kind of go for this 1.5, thinking, oh, if the back of my neck is more trimmed up, it'll look better. But no, that's the only place that I kind of butcher. So you'll kind of see that in the end. It's not bad. I kind of got away with one this time. Alright, so now we're pulling out the scissors. See how much of those bangs that I cut? Almost nothing. So really just go through the motions. And if you just barely cut anything for your first time, maybe that's what you should do. But basically, do not start taking off 1/2 inch at a time. Even a 1/4 inch. Like on the front, if I took 1/4 inch there, I would not have any more hair on the front of my head. Now towards the back, yes, I do take about a 1/4 inch chunks. And there's no really rhyme or reason. I kind of start from the front and go to the back, but It's kind of at this point that I realized that I shouldn't have done this at night because my hair has kind of just been matted all day. And I really didn't, you know, I should have hopped in the shower, washed the hair, dried the hair. Because you kind of want your hair frizzy, kind of sticking straight up on end. You see how that I kind of have to like work extra hard to get it straight. So the cuts are a little. So this is where, but honestly, all I'm doing is taking about 1/8 of an inch off. And just getting rid of the really long sections. So this is a skill that you'll have to practice, but it's doable. It's even doable your first time. Just take your time. See, there's some bigger chunks. And honestly, I can clean those up, and I do clean those bigger chunks up with the number 8 later. So honestly, if all you do is use this technique for the very, very top of your head, that's going to be the easiest, and then you can come in with the trimmer later and kind of try to blend it up. But this side of my head is the harder side to cut, and my hair's really matted on that side. So, but you know, I kind of just went with it. I was making the video, I didn't want to really stop. See, it's so matted that you really can't, you know, I'm having a hard time telling how rounded it is. If you get your hair kind of frizzy, dry it out, and then all kind of sticking up straight, then when you go to grab between the fingers, then you can kind of see its length compared to all the other, you know, so it just makes it easier to kind of round out and trim. Yep, that is a bugger over there. And I usually don't let my hair get this thick. You know, I kind of wanted to grow it out to make this video. So that's another technique. If you got this, if you cut your own hair, you just do it each week if you feel like doing it, I guess. So yeah, so after dragging the number 8, boom, yeah, looking nice. Alright, so we're just going to kind of clean up the ears. Alright, so this is kind of my favorite part, trimming up, and especially being able to do this by yourself, I just think is a riot, because this is actually is really difficult. You'll probably actually want someone else to help you out with this, because it's like writing your name backwards in a mirror or whatever that trick is. So if you want to know the secret, so you kind of use the mirror to get the razor in place, and then close your eyes, and then kind of line it up by feel and sense. Then open your eyes, make sure it's in the right location, and then actually close your eyes again, and then pull down along your neck to make the cut. Or just have somebody else do that part for you. Alright, we are good to go. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. You guys see the neckline back there, and that'll do it.